here. Pop it off at your...
Good evening and welcome to the PressStart Radio Hour, the next evolution in haunted storytelling. Together we explore some of the most horrifying stories ever told. From ghosts and ghouls to monsters and demons, no scary thing is off limits. So if you are brave enough, come join us for the PressStart Radio Hour. We apologize for the shivers down your spine.
It was 1861. There was a war going on, a war between races. So many lives were lost, but people continued to fight. Here I am, just a girl trying to live in the world as best I can. One day I was at home sleeping in my bed when all of a sudden a thud covered the sky. A storm was starting to brew. Everything went black, and you couldn't see a light anywhere across town. People were screaming. I got up and left my house, curious as to what was going on. As I'm walking to the city, I noticed something odd, something that looked like it was coming at me, something dark. I couldn't see the face, but I had this feeling, and it scared me. As I continued walking, I got this eerie feeling, not because of what I could feel, but how everything looked. I heard screaming, but no one was inside. It was like the town I lived in was a ghost town. I decided to go back home and wait till the morning so that I could have a better look at what was going on. Once I get home, I go to bed. I quickly fell asleep. Lord knows I don't want to, but the farm isn't going to take care of itself. As I'm getting ready, I remember about the advance from last night, so I decide to put my housework on hold. As I go out to head out for the day, the town still seems so weird. What is usually a crowded city street was dead. I knock on neighbors' doors, but no one seems to answer them. As I walked to the town tavern, I heard something coming from behind me. I turned around, and a horse is coming right for me. This horse looked so angry, so mad, like me being there was not normal. But this horse, something about it was off. Something evil. I hear the screech and I see the figure from last night. It says something to me, but I'm not quite sure. Coldness blows through the air, but something about this figure is off. It's like the heat was radiating off of it. Not like the summertime heat, but the heat of a fire. As I feel the light in my eyes start to go dark, my body slowly falls to the ground. My name is Annie Blackwell. I am the daughter of a blacksmith, and now the only one left in our family empire. This is my story. With my husband gone, having left for war, having to handle the blacksmith things tends to get overwhelming. We have no child. Such a gift hasn't been given to us. Life has been going good. Almost too good. I miss my husband so. Almost a year has gone by, and my love had yet to come home. In that time, I found out I was with child. No amount of joy and love could express how I felt. Soon the baby will be here. To be a mother is all I have ever wanted. I will not be as my birth mother was to me. I only wish my father could be here. He would have loved his grandchild. He was the only one who understood the love me and my husband shared, while others judged being married to a man of color. And now having his baby would have destroyed some families. But not mine. But for now, it's me, and I will raise my child to my best ability. Any day now, my child will be here. And I've received a letter from my husband that he will be home soon. And I can't wait to tell him our good news. He said they were only a week out. 3 days before the arrival of my beloved husband, I hear what sounds like creeping, the squeaking of a floorboard of our home. Someone seems to be scurrying about. I follow the noise, and I see a few men. So I run. I know I need to hide. I can't let them find me or my baby. These men, they look really bad. I go to the far side of the closet in my bedroom with my belly in my arms. I hold my baby, and I pray that my husband shows up. I hear the men come close to where I am. I try to hold my breath so these men don't hear me. One of the men that I can see puts his hand on the handle of my closet. All of a sudden, I back up into something, which causes a crashing noise behind me. One of the men opens the closet, and he locks eyes with me. He smiles and grabs me by the arm, pulling me to him, and starts to touch me. I scream and try to fight him. He and the other men gather around me as I lay on my bed, trying to fight the one. The other starts to unclothe me, as I see the other start to do the same to himself. I cry and fight, until one of my hits finally lands on the man's face. He hits me so hard, and he continues to hit me. I'm frightened, not for me, but for my child. I hold my belly as the man continues to strike me. Finally, one of the men comes and pulls him off, and they have words in a corner, and then they leave. A few days go by, and I lay in bed recovering from my injuries. I hear another noise. I get so scared, fearing that the men have returned. I lay out my bed silently. As my bedroom door opens, the man steps in. As I slowly open my eyes, I see that the man is my husband. He looks at my face, eyes widen in horror as he runs to my side and places his hand alongside my face. He leans me back gently, only to notice something odd. He reaches down to remove the blanket from my body, revealing what could only be my stomach. He looks at me, tears falling down his face, and asked if it was our baby. The next day I went into labor. The baby was soon to be here. My husband and I were both excited. But then the one thing we would never expect was our baby came with a surprise. We welcomed not one, but 2 babies. 1 boy and 1 girl. So tired, I hold my babies and fall asleep. At this point, I woke up only to hear a loud thud. I thought to myself, this must be a dream. But it also felt so real. As I walked around my house, I could not find my husband and children. I called out, but nothing. Everything was dark. Not a soul in sight. I walked to town thinking that my family has gone out. But still nothing. No one around. The town is quiet. And not a good quiet. As I knock on the town people's door trying to get a hold of someone, no one comes. I walk to the tavern my husband would frequent. I hear something coming at me. I turn, and there is a horse, but with no rider. As the horse keeps coming, a man comes out from behind it. The man has no face. He walks to me fast, just as fast as the horse. I start running. The figure starts to move faster. I scream, but no one can hear. I run to the forest, hiding behind trees. The figure shows up, and then disappears, as if to be playing a game with me. I ask what it wants. I can hear him laugh as if I said something funny. Soon he stands face to face with me and tells me I need to come with him. He puts a cold hand on me, so cold it feels hot, almost like fire. I close my eyes. The next thing I know, I'm home again, and the man walks me to my bed. I fall asleep so fast, almost like I had no control. But it felt like days of sleep. The dark figure nowhere in sight, but I could still feel him. I wake up, but something was weird. My husband and kids are outside. I get up, but everything seems to be moving slow. I walk to my family, and I see them standing around something. They're crying. I walk up to see, and there it was. It was me. I lay there. But how was I standing next to my family? I put my hand on my kids, but they don't move. I shake my husband, and still he does not move. The dark man appears again and tells me that my time is done. I asked what happened. He says I will find out soon enough. My name is Annie Blackwell, and this was the day I died.